Hello everyone, how are you today? We hope all of you that watching this video is feel good and in a good conditions. So we are from group 6. We'll be explain about our material, that is language cross-cultural communication, in our subject it is sociolinguistic. But before we are start to explain about our material, let me introduce our member groups. That is, the first speaker is me, Putri Ayu Pangabean. The second speaker is Irawati Borumunte. The third speaker is Leni Antibor Saragi. The fourth speaker is Juniarta Butar-Butar. And the last speaker is Ezra Yohanes Wright. Let's check, guys! Science communications is a complex thing to learn. Saying science background is dynamic communication, culture with regard in the way humans learn, think, feel, believe, and seek what is appropriate according to the culture. Culture manifests itself in patterns of language and custom forms and activities that serve as models for self-adaptations. Measures play an important role in human life.
2.1 is definition of language cross-cultural communication. Cross-cultural communication occurs when people with different nationalities, style of working, age, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender, and etc. It rises to negotiate, exchange, and intermediate cultural differences via verbal and non-verbal forms of communication. Cross-cultural communications deal with the exchange of information between people belonging to different cultures. It is not necessary for the exchange of words to be successful or not, even if both the parties are trying attempt the same. It we consider as cross-cultural communication. Several negotiations take place across language due to absence of a common language. The exchange of knowledge is the priority rather than focusing on other aspects.
What is the importance of cross-cultural communication? Now you must be wondering that why was there a need to introduce cross-cultural communication at the workplace? Different cultural ways give people different ways of thinking, analyzing, hearing, accepting, interpreting different things. This means that same word or gesture in the unit stage will mean different things to people associated with other cultures. In this section, we will throw some light upon different ways. The first is cross-cultural communication. Cross-cultural communication can let you communicate effectively, better progress. Every industry is dependent on its employing for better progress and more profit-earning sources. It is quite understood that cross-cultural communication directly influences the relationship between the manager and the employees. The second is cultural influence. There is no doubt that cultures play a vital role in determining how we talk with one another. In case there is a absence of harmony and a sense.
Okay, I will continue again. Factors affecting language cross-cultural communication. Different factors that might affect such a form of communication are interpretation of time. Different cultures, for example, China and Japan, consider punctuality very important. And if someone is not on time, they might find it annoying or humiliating, while on the other, in the cultures of in today's diverse workplace, communication issues can take on added dimension of complexity.
Every culture has its own set of basic assumptions and tendencies when it comes to face interaction, and trying to get your point across effectively can sometimes be difficult. Even when a language barrier doesn't exist, cross-cultural communication can be challenging. Here are our top 10 tips for effective cross-cultural communication. To improve the cross-cultural communication. Number 1, maintain etiquette. Many cultures have specific etiquette around the way they communicate. Number 2, avoid slang. Not even the most educated, not native English speaker will have a comprehensive understanding of English slang, idioms, and sayings. Number 3, speak slowly. Number 4, keep it simple. Number 5, practice active listening. Number 6, take.
We bring you some of the finest methods that will help you to improve your overall cross-cultural communication skill. The first is prefer meaningful conversation. It is a known fact that all the conversations made during office hours are quite important. The company looks forward to promoting more meaningful conversation between the employees. Some situation holds valid even during cross-cultural communication. People with different backgrounds are not comfortable enough to share a word between them. You have to talk to the employees who belong to another culture and get to know them. Of course, this practice can be implemented overnight and will take some time, but the result will be favorable for both the employees as well for the business. And the second is avoid signaling. This point might not be a big issue, but still several people like some signaling them, especially the ones from a different culture. Okay guys, we will take a conclusion for this topic. Okay, in this chapter, we already explained about what is language cross-cultural communication, and from the explanation above, we can conclude that language cross-cultural communication deal with the exchange of information between people belonging to different cultures. It is not necessary for the exchange of words to be successful or not. Uh, Even if both the parties are trying to attempt the same, it will be considered as cross-cultural communication. Several negotiations take place across cultures using the action, and others seeing a language due to the absence of a common language. The exchange of knowledge is the priority rather than focusing on the other aspects. Okay guys, I think until here about our explanation. If we have some mistakes, we apologize, and for attention we say thank you. See you.